Hi, friends. Host Eric here. Welcome to a lying down live stream. I'm lying down. I'm feeling a little restful, but I'm also feeling a little tossy turny. Like one half toss, one half turn. What was that? A message from my beautiful, precious angel? Was that what that was? Maybe. Five of rods. What's it mean? Let me look. Five of rods. What's it mean? Anyway, this video is called Spacey's Damn Headphones for a reason. I'm going to ask Rachel a question. I'm going to say, are you sure you didn't pull it for me? I'm battling away today. Mailed those headphones, though. I'm live streaming now. Okay, I'm going to close this messages with Rachel thing and come back over here to the live stream window where I can really talk with people about the important matters of the day. I mailed the headphones. Well, I would say I mailed them. Yes, I mailed them today. I even spent the additional 30 cents that it took to get them there in 2 to 3 days instead of 7 to 9 days. It was like 30 cents more. I just went ahead and paid it. Because it's like, if you're going to pay $9.30 to get it there in 7 to 9 days versus $9.60 to get it there in 2 to 3 days. Well, you might as well just pay the extra 30 cents. It's like to get there, to not pay the extra 30 cents and have him wait another whatever number of days would have just been pure spitefulness. There's no reason for that. So I just went ahead and paid the extra 30 cents. And yeah, they're mailed to him. And I even send them a picture of the tracking number so you can keep track of where they are in the mail. I sent him not just the headphones, but also the cord and the adapter. So, above and beyond, all right? Above and beyond the Call of Duty, people. I don't care if they stop poking at me because now they don't have anything to poke with. So it's just going to make them look even worse. What I will say is the Slavs really fought hard against that. I went to the post office earlier, only to realize that I guess my phone archives old texts, and so I don't have Spacey's address in my phone anymore. So then I texted him, and he didn't reply right away, so I had to go back home. And then finally later on, thanks, Winston's mom. Almost nobody watched that video. And then I had to go back there, and then when I went back there, I forgot my phone in the car. I had to go back to the car and get my phone again to go get the address. It was an ordeal, let me tell you. So after I was done with that long, terrible, hard ordeal, what did I naturally do? I treated myself to some In-N-Out. Yes, I did. In-N-Out, by the way, is the other fast food restaurant you can trust with your drinks. You can trust In-N-Out to always have good Coke. It's nice and fizzy. Also, In-N-Out is the only restaurant I go to where I might get an Arnold Palmer instead of a Coke. They have lemonade and they have iced tea, and their Arnold Palmers are pretty good. And I may have discussed before, it is fast foody. I was thinking today as I was eating it, well, this is good. But also, like, why do people make a big fuss about In-N-Out? I normally have McDonald's. I kind of prefer McDonald's. But In-N-Out's nice occasionally. I like In-N-Out's fries. They got good fries. So, I wonder if INTPs are one of the easier types to spot, but perhaps that's just my personal bias. I don't think INTPs are necessarily easy to spot. I think INTPs often mistype or get mistyped as INTJs. I saw someone this morning who was now sporting an emoticon wearing a mask and nodded the virus memes. Yeah, they do hide a lot. I will tell you this. It is a bit of it's a bit of a sleepy stream right now. I'm not feeling especially wakeful or whatever. I'm feeling kind of like, I don't know, one half meow, one half double meow, one half meow, which equals meow. So, as far as the whole coronavirus thing goes, everybody just needs to take a chill pill. Take a chill pill. You know? It's almost spring. Flu season's almost over. Everybody's going to be fine. Coronavirus. Splablonavirus. More like splablon blah 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 blah. That's what it's more like. So I think about that. Pick a book, you know what I want. All right, I picked this book, The Egg and I. This looks like an excellent book, doesn't it? Life on a Wilderness Chicken Ranch told with wit and high humor. The Washington Star calls it a riot of laughs. A riot of laughs. That's how hilarious this book is. Let's enjoy a few moments of this book. Wow. Quite a printing history. Copyright 1945. They were on to the 15th impression of this book by 1946. This book is quite no, I didn't have any marigolds. I know what marigolds are. We had some daisies. I'm surprised I didn't like the daisies. This is a good line from the book. But I'm going to just read a little bit of this book. I think it's great. But I think a good line for a poem would be, "A lady never scratches her head or spits." A lady never scratches her head or spits. Along with teaching us that lamb must be cooked with garlic and that a lady never scratches her head or spits, my mother taught my sisters and me that it is a wife's burden, bound in duty, to see that her husband is happy in his work. First, make sure that your husband is doing the kind of work he enjoys and is best fitted for, and then cheerfully accept whatever it entails. If you marry a doctor, don't whine because he doesn't keep the hours of a shoe clerk. And by the same token, if you marry a shoe clerk, don't complain because he doesn't make as much money as a doctor. Be satisfied that he works regular hours, Mother told us. According to Mother, if your husband wants to give up the banking business and polish agates for a living, let him. Help him with his agate polishing. Learn to know and to love agates, and incidentally to eat them. It is depressing enough for a man to know that he has to work the rest of his life without the added burden of knowing that it will be work he hates. Too many potentially great men are eating their hearts out in dull jobs because of selfish wives. And Mother had examples too. There was the father brush man who came to our home once a month and told Mother how deliriously happy he used to be raising Siberian wolves and playing the violin with the symphony orchestra until he ran afoul of and married Myrtle. The man in the A&P vegetable department who was lilting through life as a veterinary surgeon until he married a woman who hated animals but loved vegetables. And the numerous mining men, Mommy and Daddy knew, who were held down to uninspiring company jobs by wives who wouldn't face the financial insecurity of their husbands going into business for themselves. Boy, we said, when we get married, our husbands will do exactly as they please. And they have. This "I'll go where you go, do what you do, be what you are, and I'll be happy" philosophy worked out splendidly for Mother, for she followed my mining engineer father all over the United States and led a fascinating life. But not so well for me, because although I did what she told me and let Bob choose the work in which he felt he would be happiest and then plunged wholeheartedly in with him, I wound up on the Pacific coast in the most untamed corner of the United States with a 10-gallon keg of good whiskey, some very dirty Indians, and hundreds of most uninteresting chickens. It's a pretty good book. Pretty good book. A woman never spits nor scratches on her head. It was getting good, huh? You want to hear some more? You do, don't you? You guys want to hear some more of this book? Okay, fine. I'll read a little bit more. Okay, here we go. Something was wrong. Either Mother skipped a chapter or there was some great lack in me, because Bob was happy in his work, but I was not. I couldn't learn to love or to know chickens or Indians, and instead of enjoying living in the vast wilderness, I kept thinking, who am I against 2.5 million acres of mountains and trees? Perhaps Mother, with her flair for pioneering, would have enjoyed it. Perhaps. Where Mother got this pioneer spirit, get a cigarette here. This book is kind of getting good. This lady's a good writer. I like her style. Your thoughts are drifting away? Hey, listen. You guys can chat amongst yourselves if you don't like the story, but it's story time, okay? I'm reading about the egg and I. Where mother got this pioneer spirit, how she came by it, I do not know, for a thorough search of the family records reveals no Daniel Boones, no wagon trains heading west with brave women slapping at Indians with their sunbonnets. In fact, our family trees appears rife with lethargy, which no doubt accounts for our all living to be 87 or 93. Mother's ancestors were Dutch. Tin Ike was their name, and they settled in New York in 1613. One of my father's family names was Campbell. The Campbells came to Virginia from Scotland. They were nice, well-bred people, but not daring or adventurous, except for Gammy, my father's mother, who wore her corsets upside down and her shoes on the wrong feet and married a gambler with yellow eyes. The gambler, James Bard of Bardstown, Kentucky, took his wife out west, played Pharaoh with his money, his wife's money, and even some of his company's money, and then tactfully disappeared and was always spoken of as dead. We never saw this grandfather, but he had influenced our lives, whether he knew it or not, because Gammy was a strong believer in heredity, and particularly the inheritance of bad traits. And she watched us like hawks when we were children to see if the taint was coming out in any of us. She hammered on my father to such an extent about his gambling blood that he would not allow us children to play cards in any form, not even slapjack or old maid. And though mother finally forced him to learn to play double Canfield, he died without ever having played a hand of bridge, a feat which I envy heartily. I like this lady. This lady's a good writer. The monotony of mother's family was not relieved in any way until she married Darcy Bard, who was her brother's tutor and a Westerner working his way through Harvard. This was a very shocking incident, as mother's family believed that the confines of civilization ended with the boundaries of New York State, and that Westerners were a lot of very vulgar people who pronounced their R's and thought they were as good as anybody. This book is really good. Well, it's my little outbuilding here. I don't usually smoke inside, but I do sometimes. Now, let me continue reading this exciting book, okay? Everyone's loving this book. If you think you're not loving it, you need to love it harder, okay? This is a great book. Ghostwriter, you're loving it wrong. Love this book harder. Eileen, you love this book right now. I'm the internet guru. I tell you whether you love this book or not. Okay? It's The Egg and I by McDonald. Somebody McDonald. Mothers, whom later we were forced to call dear grandmother, had fainting fits, spells, and tantrums, but to no avail. Mother went flipping off without a backwards glance to live, for heaven's sakes, in Butte, Montana. Butte! Can you imagine? I don't know, El Lobo Feroz. This was Butte in the early 1900s, the time of the Copper Kings, when everybody made $1 million. There were 35,000 miners working underground and a saloon every other doorway. Irish scrub women became the wives of millionaires and had interior decorators come from France to do their houses. Lawns were imported blade by blade and given the care of orchids in order to make them grow in that sulfur-laden air. Oriental rugs were a sign of wealth and grandeur and put on the floors 3 deep and piled in heaps in attics. Southern mansions, French chateaux, Welsh stone cottages, timbered English houses, Swiss chalets, American bungalows, all were built to house the rich Irish. Everyone was cordial, bluff, and gay, and entertained lavishly and all the time. Okay, I'm done reading this book now. I'm tired of it. but not bad. Not bad. Thanks, 123. Listen, the lesson here. I'm glad to hear it, El Lobo Feroz. Rich and Irish is something you don't hear us too well. Get another book for us all to write improv poetry time. Okay, 123. Fine. If you want to improv poetry, I'll get you a different book. You know, Rachel and I watched this video earlier of 1930s era New York, and it was silent. I mean, it had like some old-timey music underneath it, but really a fascinating book. I like how everybody in the olden days wore suits and ties and stuff. This book is called Queen of the Flat Tops by Stanley Johnston. Stanley Johnston. Soon thereafter, Admiral Brown was given fresh reports. That's the starting poetry line. Soon thereafter, Admiral Brown was given fresh reports. Soon thereafter, Admiral Brown was given fresh reports. It's 13 syllables. It's actually soon thereafter, Admiral Brown was given fresh reports. It's 4 lines of Demeter. 4 lines of Demeter. Oh no! Please feel free to read whatever. There's no cost for reading whatever. If somebody, let's see, where's the thing that you're looking for? Well, there's this book here is called Exciting Tables. Let me get that for you. I'm going to share this link right out of my face. Okay, so here's a book for you, Mr. Man. Sort of a compilation of documents, really more than a book per se. Is the Egg and I available on Project Gutenberg? That is wonderful news. Wonderful news. Brian Harrison, a couple of good questions. Spacey has not yet received his headphones. It will be 2 to 3 days, but I did send them off with the mail people to the mail thing. QOTFT. What's QOTFT? Queen of the Flat Tops? Okay, I will read you some from this. The main Japanese base was the island of Truk in the Central Pacific. This is protected against a frontal advance from Hawaii by the long chain of the Gilbert and Marshall Islands, continuing northward to the islands of Wake, Marcus, and on to Tokyo. They also moved southward and were busy converting Rabaul into a southern bastion to protect Truk. Their efforts to move into the Solomons to cover the southern approach had, for the time being, been frustrated by our shattering attack on Tulagi, but no one on the ship was deluded into thinking that this was more than a temporary setback. The Japanese occupations of Leh and Salamaua not only were advanced bases from which Australia could be attacked, but also were outposts to protect Rabaul. The Japanese use of aircraft knit this widely flung island network into a strong chain which they hoped would halt any moves we made. It's a boring book a little bit, but it does have some nice pictures in it. Look at this picture. That's a nice picture. SFJs, I would say, NFPs are pretty stereotypically girly too. There's a nice picture. You like that picture? The last page. Okay. Going to the last page. It is impossible to see and record everything that merited recounting, but if this serves to convey to the reader the knowledge that Americans have not forgotten how to fight, and shows that the boys of today are as good and as valiant as earlier heroes in our national history, this book has served its purpose. That's nice. I like that. It's funny. It's like World War II people, they were comparing themselves against previous war heroes, you know? Now it's like every generation compares themselves against the World War II people. It's funny. It's great. I'm glad I read the end of that book. I am stereotypically female when I extrovert and appear in front of real people until I begin to speak. Then I speak more man than woman, and I have way more masculine planetary characteristics. NFPs are unsurprisingly feminine, considering brain scans of both genders are somewhere towards the 40s and 50s. I mean, it depends what you consider. It depends what you consider masculine and feminine. You know, it's like a lot of people would say that I'm pretty feminine because I'm kind of a big crybaby. You know, a lot of things made me cry. Like reading that last page of that book made me tear up. I felt a little patriotism in my gut, you know. No, I sent those headphones back, Countess. I sent those headphones back, okay? I sent them in the mail. They are all out of my possession at this point. You know, it's like the thing is, the spiteful people of the world, they're obsessed with me, is what I determined. Most of the ones who are genuinely really spiteful about me, they are obviously obsessed with me. Notice I don't spend much of my time attacking anybody. When I spend any of my time attacking anybody, people freak the fuck out. You know, it's weird. No matter how much that person deserves it. I certainly don't spend all my time copying somebody else. You know, haters are just retarded lovers. I like that. That's good saying there, 1, 2, 3. You should write that on a t-shirt. And somebody would be offended by it, though. Okay, I'm going to sit up for a second. This may be asking a lot of myself right now. I think it kind of is asking a lot of myself right now because I'm kind of feeling a little bit nap inclined. But I'm going to go ahead and sit up in this chair. I'm going to go crazy here and go a little wild. I'm going to pull up the back part of the chair. Here we go. And you're not able to get capsules, but you do get some antibiotics. Go stay safe and smart. Thing is going to get uglier before it's over because it's not going to be over for a while now because people are paying attention. Paying attention means they get nervous. Nervous means they get supplies. Whereas what should they be doing? They should be paying attention to me and my guaranteed that's smart to only wear jumpers. 1, 2, 3. It's a good idea. Guaranteed solution to the coronavirus, which is my 1, 2 pow pow approach to the coronavirus. When you see it, you just go pow 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 pow. I'm 48, El Lobo for Rose. 48 years young. And 48 is 4 dozen. Regular dozen, not baker's dozens. I am 4 dozen. 1, 2, 3. Winston's mom has been married since you were 22. Wow. That's a lot of marriage. Thanks, El Lobo for Rose. I appreciate your kind regard. I'm feeling pretty optimized right now because I'm in love with a beautiful lady. I don't know if you've heard the news. I've got a girlfriend who's a very beautiful lady that I'm in love with. It's called true love. It's one of the varieties of moisture that a person can experience. And so it's really making me feel like my optimal self right now. Just like, yeah, wow. Yeah. It's because of my true love. Fish antibiotics work if you or your pet is sick and you can't afford a vet or a doc. Fish Mox Forte amoxicillin. That's good advice, Ghost Rider. That's a good life hack right there. How to get prescription drugs without meowity meow. True love does cure all. It cured all of my give a fuckedness, basically. I had many fucks left to give, and now that I'm with Rachel Lapalosa, my precious bucket of angel meat, I'm completely out of fucks to give, frankly. You know, I've completely run out. The thing is, I never really imagined myself as the kind of person who at 48 was going to get a 35-year-old girlfriend and be like, ooh la la. Humpity, humpity, humpity. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm going to thrust my torso at you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, not those kind of fucks. Those kind of fucks, I got plenty to give, okay? I got fucks plenty to give in that capacity. That's why I like to make sexual intercourse at my beautiful lady. It's absolutely true, Bacon. It's terrible advice. You must love yourself before you can love someone else. No. If you get in the right loving relationship, then you will both learn to love yourselves more and the other person more because it's mutually reinforcing. It's like a moisture feedback loop. It results in a torrential downpour of dampness that fills your pants with pudding. It is. I'm not exaggerating. That's what it's like. I'm in that relationship right now. My pants are full of pudding. And you know what kind of pudding? It's tapioca pudding. It's not some crappy kind of pudding. Like this, 1, 2, 3. I want you in your nightmares. I want you to picture me going like this. Licking you all up your face like a dog. Is that sexy? Is that sexy for you, Ghost? 1, 2, 3. That is sexy, huh? You are loving that, 1, 2, 3. You are loving that. That's for your dream. It's for your spank bank right there, buddy. It's I. Hello, Rose. It's I. That's spelled AIGHT. It's called it's called it's called MK Ultra. It's not great, but it's pretty okay. It's all right. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to have to get Rachel back here to Los Angeles before she runs out of weed. It's called MK Ultra. I don't know what kind of, it's a hybrid of some kind. It's a fairly common strain. You see it periodically, MK Ultra. Anybody else heard of it? It's named after a government program of mind control or something like that. And this, for everyone's information, is my new sort of fine favorite-ish kind of good morning, Countess. Good morning, Octavio. Good morning, Dark Phoenix. There, are you satisfied? This here is free. This is a really good non-alcoholic beer. I enjoy trying lots of different kinds of non-alcoholic beer. I like to drink non-alcoholic beer. I don't drink any alcohol. But this one, which is called Enough Said, is a non-alcoholic Pilsner, and it's really quite good. Disturbing Eric Jiff. Disturbing Eric Jiff is my Indian spirit name, by the way. Yes, because when I did drink alcohol, I was a drunk and I was an alcoholic, so I had to stop drinking it. And instead, now what I do is, I'm not really a terrible drunk, but I am a drunk. You know, which is to say, I am drunk a lot of times when I'm drinking. It's like I would go to work, I'd come home, I'd get drunk every night. You know, I've been alcohol free now for 6 years, which is, and they've been the best 6 years of my life. They have been great. The only drugs I do are marijuana, amphetamines, caffeine, and nicotine, and there's various other drugs that I would do if I came across them. You know, like I do coke or I do mushrooms or something. No problem. You know, but I don't drink any alcohol. I am alcohol free. And I'm very, very grateful to the universe and to God for me being alcohol free. I'm actually not technically completely alcohol free. Some of these non-alcoholic beers I have less than 0.5%, but I give myself a pass on them. It's fine. Mushrooms are cool. I mean, not everybody likes it. You know what's one of the craziest things ever? Tells you a lot about how ill-suited we were. Kimberly and I did mushrooms together one time. We fought the whole time on mushrooms. While we were laughing, we were fighting with each other. It was crazy. You want to talk about I got to say, you know, if you're going to drink beer, Belgium is the place to go. Buckler, by the way, is one of my favorite non-alcoholic beers, and it's a Belgian non-alcoholic. This is like straight up kind of like American Pilsner, but good, you know. Yeah, you got to give the Belgians credit where Belgian credit is due. Well, look, they're both really good, but I will say, if you want to ask me my all-time favorite beer, there's two things that come to mind. Guinness. It's really hard to beat Guinness, you know. And Chimay, the Belgian beer Chimay. That shit's the bomb. You know, Chimay is just the bomb. I don't know what else to tell you about it. I'm never going to get to have again the rest of my life. I actually like the Chimay that doesn't have the extra high alcohol content. It's already high enough, right? There's one of them that has a higher one and one of them that doesn't have quite as high. I like the one that doesn't have quite as high an alcohol content. The blonde one, I think. It's the blonde one, I'm pretty sure, that I like best. That I liked best. I don't drink alcohol of any sort anymore like that, so I don't get to have any more Chimay. I don't get to have wine anymore, but that's fine. I can live with that. The red one. The red one probably is the one I like best. You know? I don't know, man. It's like I don't think Kimberly had that kind of problems with anybody really but me that I saw. It's like we were just fire and water, ice and not ice. Yeah and yeah. Brandy's a good way to get effed up fast, as are all hard alcohols. I used to drink when I was at the end of my drinking career. I had switched over to airplane bottles of Smirnoff 100 proof. And of course, the reasoning was if I just buy airplane bottles, then I might not drink quite as much because I'll have to go back to the store more often. And it just never worked. Yeah, it was a nightmare. I'm just so glad I don't drink alcohol anymore. By the very, very end, it was like, okay, I have got to have one of these little airplane bottles just to even get going in the morning. I was so just hungover all the time, and either hungover or drunk all the time. Yeah, she's probably right. INFJ, hey, if you've got an INFJ girlfriend, you can count on it. She's right. Okay? ISFJs and ENTPs, I think they could work out well especially if they start young. So let's say you're high school sweethearts and you're an ISFJ and an ENTP. I think that might work out because you can work out who you are together, But I got with an ISFJ when she was in her 40s. Now I can start fresh and go, okay, let's try to do this the right way. I'm not quite so locked into my past experiences as an SI Dom. You get a 45-year-old SI Dom. I was 45 at the time, I think, or 44. I don't remember. I think 45. And get with that ISFJ, it's a whole different story, right? It's like you've got an SI Dom who's got her whole life already happened and she's living in past examples of things constantly. Here I am bringing a totally new vibe to her life that she's never experienced before. Bruce Moose in the house. What up, dog, indeed? The answer is this guy. Have ever had a serotonin overdose? Asking for friends? No. Don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. Slap your five. Pew, 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 pew. I slapped you five times. Or four. I don't know. I wasn't keeping count. Tour intact, please. It is like that, Winston's mom. This is like we're having a chill out, or whatever they call it in high school, where they go over to someone's house at school, we hang out, we listen to some records. I wish we could listen to records, but I get copyright problems, I get copyright problems. I wish I could put on snappy tracks. We could all sort of, those of you who drink, you drink your alcohol. Those of you who don't, smoke some weed with me. We could jump in the pool, So you could get crazy. Candace could get crazy and take off her top, jump in the pool. She's kind of probably be likely to do that. Who knows? Maybe Winston's mom follows suit. Off goes her top. She jumps in the pool, At that point, I say, come on, Rachel. Things are getting a little naughty around here for us, and we go off to the back room. Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider's getting in on that gig, too. Off goes her top. Into the pool she goes. Woo! Woo! Countess and Ghost Rider and Winston's mom are all woo in the pool and rubbing their boobs together. Woo! Like that. Woo! Woo! So I'm thinking El Lobo Faraz, you might want to jump in there too. All right? You might want to jump on in there. You're going to grab a West Molly triple beer, huh? 9.5? That's a strong-ass beer, dude. That's a strong-ass beer. This beer that I'm drinking is less than 0.5. Says it right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Less than 0.5. Yeah, you will go off to the back. You and me, Rachel, we're going off to the back. We're going to leave Winston's mom. Eileen's in there now, too. Oh, my God. Eileen's jumped in the pool. Countess is in there. Winston's mom. Ghost Rider's in there. They're all topless. Let's go. Come on, Rachel. We got to get out of here. I don't want to see those boobs. I got your boobs to look at. Let's go to the back. Wow. 1, 2, free. Are you enjoying the free show that's going on at the pool party? Are you enjoying it? Roof moves. Yeah, jump on in there with the boobs. Jump on in there with the boobs. You're gonna love it. All right. No, you're in there, Dark Phoenix. Come on. Don't try to deny it. All 4 of you jump in there. Who else is here that can toss in the pool? JL? JL, are you a chick? Get on in that pool. Take off that top and you get on in that pool. There you go. You got JL in the mix now, too. It's Eileen, it's Countess, it's Winston's mom, it's JL, it's Ghost Rider. They're all just like, pew, 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 pew. Just boobs aplenty. Pew. Like that. Great. I'm not witnessing it because I'm off in the back with Rachel. We're doing our own thing. But it makes me happy to know that's going on at my pool party. I like the idea of that. Yeah, JL, you're in there too. Take off that top. You get right in that pool. It's topless girl pool party. No throwing. Okay, you can throw a toaster in the pool, but only if it's not plugged into anything. Okay? Fair? That's fair. Oh no! Ethan's bleeding into the pool. Ethan, you're ruining it. Now all the girls are going to get out of the pool because your blood's all over everything. God, thanks a lot, Ethan. Thanks for ruining the pool party. You're always ruining pool parties for me. One way you know Ethan McDonald is not an ESTP is that he's constantly ruining all my pool parties. Yeah, I know. Naturally, of course, what happens then, we attract the sharks. We attract the sharks. Okay, everybody. I pulled Ethan out. Just give the filter a few minutes to clear out the blood, and all you girls get back in the pool, okay? Oh, that's smart. That's smart. Ethan, you are getting kisses all over your wound. Unfortunately, it's a life-threatening gash, so you're not really enjoying it. El Lobo Feroz is back. You missed it. All the girls are out of the pool now. They've all put their tops back on. Why? Because Ethan McDonald was running with scissors, and he stabbed himself, and he's got a critical wound, and now everybody was just like, okay, it's not fun anymore. ENFPs are the best supervisors for topless pool parties. They will make sure that it doesn't get too crazy, and that everyone's feelings are still respected. I appreciate that. That's the job of ENFP. ENFP, you are in charge of making sure the topless pool party doesn't get out of hand. If any of the guys start getting too, pansy or whatever, you can be like, hey, that's not cool. Feelings, remember? Feelings. You can just get rid of that any part of that sentence entirely, Angantir. You can just get rid of the any part. It's one of the best things. Okay, well, yeah, they do. But they also make sure that once they come off that it's okay, You just get rid of the any part of that sentence, Angantir. Just women have bouncy chests. It's one of the wonderful, 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 wonderful things about women. But if you're really lucky like me, you will find yourself dating the one woman in the world with the two most perfect breasts on the planet, namely Rachel Apollosa. So, even though there are other boobs in the world, to me, all those other boobs are just circles. She had an HB husband. Don't do that. Don't go there. Don't do that. Don't go there. I did that. I regretted it. I was the other guy in a relationship for a little while. Yeah. It got just perfect. Or at least Rachel does. Just shocking. Like, I was talking with Plato the other day, and we were both admiring my girlfriend's chest, and he said, yep, that's my form. Boobs. Tastes like boobs. Is that the topic of this video, boobs? I don't think that's the topic of this video. I like it as a topic in general. Oh, he committed suicide? Well, then you're not really cheating. He's not really cheating on it. You can no longer claim to be cheated on if you're dead. You know what would be a really horrible thing for you to do? Would be for you to go out with her and then for you to commit suicide? That'd be terrible. Oh, bye, Rachel. I love you, my precious, precious angel. I will talk to you later. No, I know. But you should be like, God, what is it about me? Well, Ethan, you instead of recovering from your wounds inside. El Lobo for Rose. That is such a good suggestion. I'm going to try that. What? I've never really tried that. If you listen to a boob, can you hear the ocean? If you put it right in your ear, can you hear the ocean? It's a good question. Angatir's like, hey, where did everybody go? I just got in the pool. Angatir, you're always a day late and $1 short. You're always a day late and $1 short. You can't, huh? Okay. That's good to know. I'm pretty sure I've never actually tried that before. I'm going to try it myself. Yeah, I hope you don't blame me. I'm still going to try it myself to verify for my own purposes. Um, and oh, you got some digits. That's good. Boobs drive you crazy? They drive me crazy too. She's gotten a lot bigger since we first started going out. You know, it's like put your ear on the oven and you can smell how stupid you are. That's one of the funniest things I've heard in a long time. I've never heard that before. Are you saying that's old? Put your ear on the oven and you can smell how stupid you are. That's great. Anyway, yeah, she's gotten a lot bigger since we started going out. She's gotten kind of thicker in general, but she really puts on a lot of weight in the chest area, which is where I like to see a woman put on weight. That's exactly where I like to see a woman put on weight, is in the chest region. Rachel tends to put on her weight right there. She's gotten to be quite a busty girl, and just like taut, like not just, oh wow. I mean, it's like, it's kind of, she's got those kind of unfair boobs that normal people go like, how the hell do you have those physics defying things? You know, they're spectacular. I don't know what to tell you about. Yeah, that's fun. It makes me smile. It makes me go like this. Normally I don't engage in locker room talk, but I just can't help it. I would say that normally also this gesture, is mostly reserved for gay men, but Rachel's boobs make me do that. They make me go, ooh, wee, you know, like that. So anyway, what's not attractive? I mean, I don't know. Look, what I think is attractive is Rachel. She and I fit perfectly together, and that's it. You mean the one where he calls me an ISJ? Is there a new video? I remember Morgana. Yeah. You saw Morgana in a titty in a stripper bar? You saw Morgana in a titty bar? Stripping off her shirt? That's pretty good. Well, good for him. Cool, Paul. I didn't watch the last one. I'm not going to watch this one. What is your definition of love? Anyone can answer. My definition of love is the dampest part of moisture. It's a towelette that's been well moistened. She waterboarded him? I don't know what waterboarding someone is a euphemism for. Nature's way to trick us into reproduction. Seeing the person as they want to be seen, even if you don't really believe them. That's a good description of love, I guess. I think it's more like you want to be around the person a lot more than normal. Even though there's not any reason to be around them, you still want to be around them. My damn towelette answer is concerning, disconcerting. What do you think about this answer? I think it's a good answer. Oh, how do you differentiate from infatuation? Infatuation is about the person. Love is about yourself. Like, when you're in love, you realize that there's this thing inside of you that's just like deeply attached. You know? But when people stop having sex at the end of the relationship, I mean, I would tend to agree with that, El Lobo Feroz, but I think that the reason for that is because there's a cycle of FI. FI is like toxins underneath the skin that come to a head in a pimple, and having sex is like popping that pimple. It's important to do because otherwise you have too much toxic FI inside of you. I think that's the best answer to the question. So you need to have sex with them because otherwise the FI has nowhere to go. You know, it just clogs up your pores and you just become a big zit. And so that's why if you're in love with the girl, you have to have sex with her periodically. But you know, it's like I can put it on the back burner. Rachel and I are long distance for a lot of the time here. We're semi-long distance. We're gonna see each other again soon, like in a week or two. Bring her back out here, That is so true. El Lobo Feroz, you just said one of the truest things in history. If you don't like the smell of your partner and their sweat and their BO and stuff, you're not meant to be together. It is so strange how Rachel doesn't seem to have any smell really to me, except good smells. And even when she's like at her gamiest, it's like it's a gentle gamey that I enjoy somehow, It's weird. And she tells me the same thing. I believe her. Smell's hugely important. I've never been with somebody who smells so little to me most of the time. Like, I can smell a shampoo and stuff, but he did write that, Dark Phoenix. It is absolutely true. We're getting a lot of people agreeing on this one. Hugely important. No, it's like right from the get-go, I liked the way she smelled, but it wasn't very strong. She's never had, to me, a strong smell of any kind. It's even when she's filthy, she doesn't have the best SI in the world. Neither do I. We don't necessarily always take showers and stuff. In every past relationship, I have been a stickler for the thing that we have to take a shower before we have sex. I've just always been a stickler for that. I don't know. I've been a stickler for sex hygiene my whole adult life. With Rachel, I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter. There's nothing gross about it. I've never smelled like, I don't want to smell you, I've never had that experience at all with her. It's weird. I mean, it's really, and the way that we fit together in every sense of the word, we fit together all the time. Like, you shouldn't be with that person, probably, is the answer. No, I've gone through long stretches of my life where I took daily showers too. I don't right now because I'm sort of semi-retired, I guess. Right. It's a strange cosmic familiarity. It's a fittedness. Her stomach scoop, like my hip fits right into her stomach scoop. My chin fits into her eye hole, like everything fits into everything. We're made to be together. When we walk together, we have a natural 3-2 thing going on. It's like I take 2 steps and she takes 3 steps and we're right in sync. We can walk arm in arm, like my arm over her shoulder or around her waist and her arm around me. We can walk like that together. No problem, and immediately fall into a comfortable rhythm where we're both walking. I've never had that experience with anybody before. Very strange. Whereas in my previous relationship, just sort of the universe wanted to show me like two extremely good, contrary examples. In my previous relationship, nothing worked right. Everything was a problem. It's like we couldn't find common ground on anything. And it was like we like the same genre of music, the same subgenre of music here, but we like the exact different examples of it. Like she'd like these examples that I thought were bad, and I'd like these examples that she thought were bad. Like for everything was like that. It's weird. What is my partner's type? She's INFJ. She's a delightful, wonderful, perfect, beloved, angel pants wearing INFJ. One of my dark moments that I had, or a very sad moment, it wasn't really dark, but sad. Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah, EHP, INFJ. Music taste. Rachel and I have almost weirdly identical music taste. She never shows me anything that I don't like, and I'm pretty confident I don't show her shit that she doesn't like. We can listen to the same playlist, no problem. We love the same shit. We both like good poppy good stuff. Like. You want a really good playlist to check out, and I can't play it here because of all the copyright stuff, but a really good playlist of mine is my playlist of songs not by me that are really good called Snappy Tracks. And Snappy Tracks is SNAPPY. Copy link address. It's a tight 38 songs long. And it's like, it's just a really good playlist. Everybody should check it out. It's got all just the hits keep on coming. Just like bam, bam, bam. Like you want to dance to this playlist all the way through. Snappy Tracks. It is what its name says. It is full of snappy tracks. Okay. And like Rachel has a clear understanding of what a snappy track is. When she thinks of one to add to it, she tells me, and it's always right on the money. For example, Rachel recommended adding to this playlist, and it is on there now, the song Hello. That song that goes I just came to say hello. That one, which is a great song, was a great add to the playlist. And it's like, I love being with a woman who understands art so well, who gets what songs are going to qualify for Snappy Tracks. And it's tough. It's 38 songs because that's how many songs I've found in the universe that qualify for Snappy Tracks. And to be honest, there's one or two songs on there that I probably should get rid of. For example, there's a meter song at the end that I really like. It's funky as hell, but goes on a little too long. It doesn't really make doesn't really make Snappy Tracks. The thing is, I want to come up with another playlist that I would call, Snap-ish tracks, or maybe I would call them, ENFP tracks, which would be a playlist of songs like the Smiths song. These are good songs, but it requires some patience. Snappy Tracks doesn't require any patience. When you listen to that playlist, you have to have zero patience. Every minute of every song is just popping, just bam. I appreciate you being similarly cutthroat in your playlist making, Jay Kerwitz. You gotta be, because when you're listening to that playlist and you come across the one stinker that you left on there, you just be like, no, you gotta go, buddy. You have got to go. But I do want to have a little bit less of a snappy tracks playlist because there are a lot of good songs that I love a lot that are not snappy tracks. For example, I can't put Babylon Sisters on snappy tracks. Babylon Sisters is an amazing song by Steely Dan. I can't really put any Steely Dan songs on snappy tracks because they're not snappy enough, right? We're talking about snappy tracks, Rachel Lapalosa, and how there's a lot of great songs that I can't put on snappy tracks. I cannot put any Steely Dan songs on snappy tracks because no matter how good they are, the only one that I could think of, yeah, right? Isn't that funny, Christmas? You should watch the video that I watched before I made that thing, or you probably are watching that. You are talking about that one. That video was really good. The Donald Fagen video that I watched was much better than the Donald Fagen video I made. Okay, the one I watched was great. That the secret gaucho or whatever, the real gaucho or the hidden gaucho, Lost Gaucho. That's what it's called, Lost Gaucho. That was a great video. I really enjoyed it. Anyway, like Babylon Sisters is a fantastic song. It's one of my favorite songs of all time, but it's not a snappy track. I need a playlist for really great songs like that are not snappy tracks. But to call them just snapless tracks would be wrong. That would be incorrect because they have some great value to them. And they're just as good as snappy tracks. They're just not snappy tracks. Snappy tracks is, you got to be a snappy track. If you're not snappy enough, then you're not a snappy track. I think Rachel understands what I'm saying here. Rachel is the one person I fully trust. Like if I said, okay, here, Rachel, I've been banned from adding tracks to snappy tracks for a month for some reason, but you can for some reason. So please, you be in charge of picking any songs that might be added to snappy tracks. I would trust Rachel to do it. She's probably the only person in the universe I would trust to do it. She knows. Did I mention that I'm in love with her, with my heart? I use all of my emotions and my heart to love her with my emotions. How do you know? You can feel it in your chest. It's like your chest is reaching out and saying, "Rah!" Like that. That's how. Snappy track sounds like a crocodile railway service. You've happened upon an incredibly difficult pair of words to say together. Crocodile railway. I want everybody to try to say, please, crocodile railway 10 times fast. Crocodile railway, crocodile railway, crocodile railway. Crocodile railway. Crocodile railway. Grimes? Crocodile Railway, Alligator Alley. Crocodile Railway to Alligator Alley. Crocodile Railway to Alligator Alley and a Crocodile Railway to Alligator Alley. That's good. That's good. So anyway, Snappy Tracks. Check it out. If you haven't checked it out yet, check it out. If you have checked it out yet, check it out again. If you've already checked it out twice, go ahead and check it out a third time. There it is. This is the Snappy Tracks playlist we've been discussing here. You're going to find on there only things that are snappy and tracks combined. If anybody wants to argue any of the inclusion of any of those tracks on that playlist, please do voice your opinions here. It turns out it was just an alligator biting his chest, Winston's mom. So check this out, you guys. Winston's mom drove her husband, who was having chest pains, home from the hospital across Alligator Alley. No stops on Nitro. It was a long ride home. When she got to the hospital, the doctor said, Winston's mom, have you noticed there's an alligator biting your husband's chest? And Winston's mom's like, no. And Winston's mom's husband's like, oh my God, you're right about that. And then guess what happened? They pried the jaws off, and it turns out he was fine. What is currently the greatest quote you committed to memory that you can recall? INFJ, INTJs don't work together, Dark Phoenix. They don't work together because they've got their tool functions with their polars. You know what I mean by that. Yeah, that wasn't phrased well, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. What was I about to answer? Greatest quote. Greatest quote. Is that my cheese? Have you tried that one? It's one of the greatest quotes I've ever heard. Is that my cheese? As he destroys, so he creates. That's usually not true. I'm going to do this face. You guys know the emoji. I'm doing this emoji right now. Very rarely, most of the time, destruction is not part of a creative act. Well, that would be an exception, Angantir. But, for example, when a fire destroys a city, you might say, oh, it clears the way for new life or something. It's mostly just destruction. For example, when the volcano Kilauea poured lava all down the side of it, down into the Leilani Gardens housing complex, and covered all those houses over with lava, yes, it was creating some new land out into the sea, I guess. But mostly it was just destroying a bunch of houses. Mostly. You know. If you add up the total amount of destroying and creating, from a human perspective, it was mostly just destruction. Consciousness is far more playful than unconsciousness is ignorant. It's better to fight Randall than to fill your purse with shark tits. Is that how that quote goes? It's better to fight Randall than to fill your purse with shark tits. Is that right? Is that how that quote goes? Oh, wait, no. It's better to light a candle than fill your purse with shark tits. I got the first part of it wrong. It's better to light a candle than to fill your shirt with shark tits. Right? I know Alex broke her heart, and I understand what Alex may have done, but why, but I simply could never explain this to Calypso. What did Alex do? Did she find another lady to slither with tonight? Did she raise that leg up and say, I'm gonna be side by side? And I think that she may baby leave there on her back, said, I'll be the flat scissorer. Yeah, I'll be the one who's flat. Cool, Paul. I don't care. I don't care about that guy. He's not interesting. I'm interested in interesting people. He's boring. That's it. INTPs and INFPs make good friends for conversations. They are two feelings blind. I love them. So though they are smart and admirable. Oh, that's not a good idea, Ruse Moose. That's not a good idea. Is it smart to let a woman know you like her and her shark tits when she has a boyfriend? I'm going to say no, because what if you succeed? See, this is the problem. You sort of imagine in a sort of romantic rosy light where she wistfully likes you and you wistfully like her, and there's sort of, yeah. What happened when she's like, yeah, I'm down? Then what are you going to do, huh? Now you got yourself a cheater. You see what I'm saying, dog? You don't want to cheat her. Now you don't want her anymore. But she's already metaphysically cheated on her boyfriend. So now you've ruined their relationship and you get nothing out of it. It's just bullshit. So why even bother? You see what I'm saying, Rosmus? You see what I'm saying? Okay, so why do you want to tell her you like her? So you can just make her kind of question her own relationship? Or because you think she might decide she's going to break up with that guy because then she's going to get with you? You're still going to have to worry about whether she's going to do that to you. Saying it's not, may not be cheating, but it's not good. Know what I'm saying, dog? Do you know what I'm saying, dog? I'm talking street to you today, dog. I'm talking street. I'm talking Urban Outfitters. I'm wearing all my clothes from Urban Outfitters today, dog. That's why I'm talking Urban Street Outfitters. The more we value things outside of our control, the less control we have. I'm right about talking street, urban street to you, dog. This is real as it gets. Real street. Good night, Lucas IPO. Host Eric finna blast a metaphysical cap in your ass. That's right, Chase McDude. Thank you. You my hot man. When I say something, you go, ooh, burn! And make a big bang about it. All right? That's not very urban talk to refer to something as a big shebang, I don't think. I think that big shebang is a fairly suburban expression, probably. Ghost Rider, you're not going to be single after our pool party. Me and Rachel are going to have a pool party. I don't know if you heard, Rusmus. I don't know if you were here. Ghost Rider, Eileen, a.k.a. Dark Phoenix, JL, Winston's mom, and I think maybe even somebody else. They're all going to take their tops off and jump in the pool. After that happens, Ghost Rider's not going to be single no more. It's going to be like, Jeebus is going to be all over that. Hambone, going to jump in that pool. You know that. Rouge Moose is going to dive right in. Eileen's in there. She's like, woo, woo. And Rouge Moose, you're like, hey, Eileen, woo, woo. Like that. It's going to be like that, Rouge Moose. It's going to be like that. Rachel and I aren't going to be there, but you're going to tell me about it afterwards, okay? You got to give me all the dirty details, Rouge Moose. Do I think Dostoevsky is an INFJ? I have no idea. I don't think I've ever even read Dostoevsky. Ruth is going to give me all the sordid details after the fact. I'm going to be humping Rachel in the back house, but you guys have fun in the pool. I am totally serious. I am such an idiot. I've never read Dostoevsky. It's amazing. Maybe it's because he's a boring Russian. Have you thought about that, a Lobo for Rose? I tried reading War and Peace. I got like halfway through it or something. It's a long book. You ever read that thing? I didn't. I got partway through it. It was long. That's BS. I'm just talking out my ass there, Lobo Froze. I have no idea. Okay, I believe you. Yeah, you okay. Ruse Moose, you're gonna give Chase McDude. Listen, hey, you're going to be in the pool there with Ruse Moose and all the ladies too, okay? And Angantir. No, it was confusing. It's like a lot of people who are named slightly different names from each other. Like Anton, whose nickname is Anton Vitch, but there's another guy whose name's Anton Vitch, whose nickname is Anton. It's like shit like that. It's full of garbage like that. It's hard to follow. And like, wait, which Anton is this again? Is she referring to Anton by his nickname, or is this actually Anton? You know, it's like that. Seriously. Anyway, why do you act as if anyone knows what the solar plexus is? Who doesn't know what the solar plexus is, Cloud? Come on. It's that spot that if you punch people and they go, oof. Like that. Haven't you ever seen that before in cartoons? That's people who get hit in the solar plexus. Okay? It's the most sunny part of your body. It's the part of your body the sun is most hitting. That's why it's called the solar plexus. It's basically just above the fupa. Above the fupa and above the belly button. Do you think Marvin Gaye was an INFJ? Possibly. I'm not that familiar with his body of twerks. I know he was into twerking, but I've never actually seen a video of Marvin Gaye twerking. I'm pretty sure it would be pretty sexy. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see a video of Marvin Gaye twerking. Okay, so that's one of my favorite quotes is, let's watch a video of Marvin Gaye twerking. If there isn't one in real life, maybe we can Photoshop it. My heart's just an organ. My brain's just some mush. My words are all garbage. My name is Cloud. That's a good poem, Cloud. If you think or imagine you're in headspace, if you feel with your heart, you're in soul space. If you touch with your soul, you're in heart space. And if you head in a certain direction, you're in think or imagine space. Y'all called. You have to see it as a unity, okay? You have to see it as a unity. Non-unification is rebellion, okay? Pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart. The really great men must, I think, have great sadness on this earth. Boo-hoo, I say, boo-hoo. My sadness is as great as my heart. Hello, Bo for Rose. That's kind of true and kind of self-aggrandizing by Fyodor Dostoevsky, don't you think? But also true. I understand the trouble he has speaking true things. They're really about himself. You know, F.E. clusterfuck. Yeah. Kind of brings you down. Thanks for bringing us all down, Lobo Feroz. It is. It's about me, too. Well, now you killed the mood. El Lobo Perez brought up Dostoevsky, and everyone wants to go home now. Chicks have all their tops back on. Everyone's out of the pool. Everyone's throwing their ribeye steaks that I barbecued for them into the garbage can and getting in their cars and going home. Thanks a lot, El Lobo Perez. Now it's just you, me, and Rachel sitting here smoking weed. I had a burger and fries too. I didn't just drink the soda. What type has the most chrome tabs open? Okay, all right, fair enough. I would say IHPs. IHPs have the most chrome tabs open. That's my guess. Right now I have a paltry 3. A paltry 3 tabs open. That's not a lot of tabs, you know. You have a lot of tabs open. El Lobo Feroz. If you're an INTP, you've got to have a lot of tabs open. I don't want to be 10 steps ahead. I'm fine being however many steps ahead or behind I am. Cloud-like? I need to choose one word there, Cloud. And you were the same. Yeah, it depends on the moment. You know, what happens is NTPs tend to open up a lot of tabs and not even get through like half of them and then close them all and start over again. That's what NTPs do. Oh, I am getting a little bit tired. I'm going to lie back down. I was lying down before. I don't know if you remember when I started this stream because I was tired at the beginning of it. I'm tired again now. I wonder if my wonderful, perfect, delightful, spectacular, angel wing wearing girlfriend Rachel is still here. Oh, yeah. That's some juicy lying down. Let me tell you. You want to know the juice of truth? Try this. Try lying down for a little while. That's some juicy truth. Pull it out. Stick it in. The taste is going to move you when you pop it in your mouth. Juicy truth. It gets right to you. Juicy truth. Gets right to you. Juicy truth. The taste is going to true ya. Oh, cool. I'm going to pull some cards here real quick. Then I think I'm going to get off the old live stream. Are you sleeping, baby cakes, or are you just sort of dozing? Are you a dozen of dozens? Here we go. I'm going to pull a card for Mattias Sanchez. Mattias, this is your card. This one. This lady with all these swords. It's the 9 of Swords. You get the 9 of Swords, Mattias Sanchez. Yes, my Rachel Lapalosa is my INFJ lover. She's my girlfriend. I'm going to marry her because I'm in love with her. Cool. You doze. You doze, baby cakes. After I'm done with this live stream, I'm just going to doze too. I'm not even going to bother you at all. I want you to have your time being spectacular and wonderful by yourself, dozing away, okay? I got a ring on me and her, but it's not an official ring or an official ring yet, but it will be, okay? El Lobo Perez, I'm going to pull a card for you now. And let me tell you, this is going to be a special card for you, El Lobo Perez. As you were here earlier, I am going to do a 3 pull for you. This is going to do your area of sin, your area of virtue, and your area of free will. Your area of sin. 10 sticks is your area of sin. Now, this is your area of virtue. The Emperor. The Emperor. I don't see this card very often. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what it means. Yeah, sure. Sure, we could do that maybe. Right, well, you know what? Tomorrow I'll get my Adderall prescription. Bye, baby cakes. And the last one here for you is your free will area. Free will area is the world. Okay, so if you want to know what they mean, I don't really remember very well what they mean. Yeah, there's boobs. I know. That's what I say too when I see this card, El Lobo Feroz. You and I are a lot like each other. I say the same thing. I'm just like, boobs. Okay, anyway, I'm going to get for you a link to the tarot guide that Octavio Silva made for me so I could figure out what these things mean. Okay, here we go. This is it, and I'll push the share button here, and it's going to make this, and then I push this thing here, and I'll push this here, I'll push this here, I'll push this here, and then I got to reach way over here to get this thing. Go. Okay, there. Yeah, Octavio did a great job. Thank you, Octavio. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. We're going to pull a card. This one is the one for you. Hanged Man. A hanged man. You're hanging upside down. Your cards, if you remember, El Lobo Feroz were 10 of Rods, Emperor, and the World. Okay. Who's next? So, next we're going to pull a card for Angantyr, who is a fellow lover of bubes. I also like bubes. I like that spelling of bubes. Anti-gravity suicide? I don't know what that means. That's a good thing, though, McFarlane, you just said there. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here's your card. It's a card for you. You got this one. 7 swords. All right, Eileen, are you ready? Rachel's boobs defy gravity. Here we go, Eileen. This is your card. This is what the tarot has to say for you. Ready? This one. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. That's what you get. Well, you know what you look like, Cedric Beachy? An empress. I believe you got the pregnancy card. That means you're pregnant. Rachel Lapalosa, you're still here. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here. So I'm going to pull you a 3 pull of, it's called late afternoon or evening, night, and late night. It's for this evening, for you this evening, for you tonight, and for you late night tonight. Evening. This one popped out. What is this one? 6, 4. Yeah, 4. 4 of sticks, 4 of rods, 4 of wands. That's for your evening. Now for your nighttime, Rachel Apollosa, it's this one. The moon. Well, that's appropriate for nighttime. The moon. That's me, and that's you looking lovingly at me from the step below, as I'm sweating golden things or whatever. Okay. That's for your nighttime. Now for your late night. Let's see what it is happens at late night. If this is going to be about what you're dreaming about tonight. I don't know. We'll find out. 10 of rods. 10 of rods. Late night, you might be having a dream in which you have to clean up all those leaves. And you're like, God damn it. This makes white smoke rise from the top of my head. That's what you're going to be dreaming about. You're going to be dreaming about a time when you have to clean up a bunch of leaves and there's nobody to help you. And they're just giving you this very little shovel with all those leaves. Okay, so that's your evening, night, and late night. She writes about ghosts. Okay. You're welcome, my precious darling. I love my precious baby. I know you guys probably get sick of me saying it, but I do. Okay, Angantur, did I pull a card for you yet? I don't remember. What does 7 swords mean? It means you don't quite have 8 swords, but you have more than 6. That's pretty wise, Ghost Rider. That's pretty wise. That's why you get this. 4 pentacles. 4 pentacles. Yep. You're welcome. I did answer your question. You can't say I didn't answer it. You know? 4 of testicles, right. When you have 4 testicles, you know you either are a mutant or have another man in your pants. Hopefully, you're not sure which one, hopefully. I guess the latter, it's easier to solve. When you've got 4 testicles, you know you're either deformed or have another man in your pants. That's true. Nobody can dispute that. I'm going to pull some cards now for Winston's mom. Winston's mom. Your evening. The Tarot speaks. This evening you got to pay some bills. You got to balance some books. You got to juggle some pentacles. Tonight. This one fell out. The world. This evening, paying bills. Tonight, the world. It's a big progress from this evening. And Are you ready, Winston, Mom, for nighttime? This means probably maybe what you're going to be dreaming of. Yeah, they're the boobs again. That's right. We're talking about BEWBS. What you going to be dreaming of? You are going to dream of a guy who's looking at a sword. The other guy's looking at the sword. Which sword are we going to take? I like the left one. I like the right one. I don't know. Which one should we get? You got to think about it some more. That's what you're going to dream about tonight, Winston's mom. You're going to dream about swords. Okay. Oh, to the law, to the Lizzo. There is no disputing the ooh and the law there. Noah McFarlane. This is your card. The High Priestess. What you gonna do with your High Priestess self, Noah McFarlane? You're gonna cast a magical spell called Eat This Big Ass Cantaloupe all by yourself? That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna eat this big ass cantaloupe all by yourself and leave none for anybody else. That's what this card means. High on opium? No, I don't do any opium. I do like that spelling of boobs though. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I tell you what I'm going to do for you. I tell you what I'm going to do for you, viewing audience person who is not in the live chat. This card is for you. If you are one of the people who maybe watches this live stream later after I made it, I'm going to pull this card for you. This is for you, later viewer. Later viewer. Ooh, nice card for you, later viewer. You got Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. I think it's B-O squared B. S. Boobs. What? Always bouncing up and down, bouncing around all the time. The boobs. Boobs. Oh, okay. Well, your sin card, that's the area where you're likely to sin, even though you try not to. Your virtue area is where you're likely to have no problem being good. You don't have to worry about you're not really susceptible to temptation in that area. And then the free will area, that's the area where you make your moral agency hay, where you have the capacity to make good decisions, but you're also tempted to make bad decisions. See what I'm saying, Lobo Feroz? I believe you are the ferocious wolf. Does that mean ferocious wolf in Mexican? My poll earlier yesterday was perfect, except I forgot one of the cards. Oh, big bad wolf. Okay. I thought maybe it was the ferocious wolf. You know, there's something I like to say about myself in Spanish. And the thing I like to say is I am one sábado gigante. I am truly a sábado gigante. What does that mean? It means I'm a gigantic Saturday. I am. I'm a gigantic Saturday. I'm a sábado gigante, and nobody can stop me from being that. Bienvenidos. I'm a sábado gigante. I'm going to go smoke this cigarette now, okay? To walk her every day. To shave. Hey, ball, let's have a ball. Hey, ball, let's have a ball. Gigantic, gigantic, a big, big love. Odd your eyesight down at the sides. Odd your eyesight down. Ja. I'm German. I'm from Stuttgart. What would you like to know about Germany? Lobos Feroz. Eileen, stop pretending you're German. I'm German. I'm from Stuttgart. I like stark nihilistic art and I like German stuff all the time. I like Bratwurstes and I like I don't know. German Attenborough. Yeah, and it was here on the shores of this small island. Eileen's just faking it, El Lobo Feroz. I spent the first 47 years of my life in a small village in Germany before I immigrated to the United States. Okay, don't believe her. She's faking it. She's not really German. She's from Indiana. Don't believe a word she says. Let me tell you, I picked up English fast. 47 years. I was a small furline in Germany. And then I came to America in 1 year. I picked up English. I became a debate coach. I lived a whole lifetime in this last year. It's crazy. You can stop faking your German now, Eileen. You can stop faking it. Nobody's buying that those are real German words. Stimmt. Stimmt isn't a word. Genau. Glaub. Come on, those aren't words. You're just making that shit up. Glaub. Really. Glaub's a word. Likely story. Glaub cannot possibly be a word. There's no way that glaub's a word in any language. Does someone say I look like a German admiral? No one's ever said that, but anyway, the point is we can all agree that glaub cannot possibly be a word. Glaub. Come on. That's not a word. No. I'm just having fun. I'm not going to get go anything like that. Okay? Cedric believes me. Cedric believes that I'm the real German and that Eileen's faking it. He knows. I don't think I saw Indiana Jones in the Last Crusade. What were they crusading for? Were they crusading for more? Were they crusading for more parades? Because I have 5 dislikes. Wow. It's a lot of people who hate me. I've come to really actually appreciate the dislikes. I recognize them as people who have this just sort of mad obsession with me. You know? It's like for somebody to be that persistently spiteful over a long period of time, it's impressive. You've got to really have made an impact in their life. I mean, they're paying this much attention to somebody they don't like, right? Why? Why would you let somebody you dislike that much consume your life? It makes no sense. I guess so. They really love me. Or they're obsessed with me anyway. You know? Because hate is love in reverse. Eric, what, El Lobo Feroz? What? I don't care about C.S. Joseph. He's just another schmuck out there, just like me, right? Except he's wrong. You know? Yeah, well, look, I've got thousands and thousands of videos. People come in here and accuse me of being obsessed with this guy or that guy or whatever all the time. No, I go through a little phase where I'll like yell at him or somebody. Why? He typed me as an ESTP, but also I was always pretty tame about him until I heard him talking shit about Taylor. You know, I thought his argumentation was specious. He was arguing that Taylor shouldn't be listened to or wasn't valuable or whatever, based on the fact that he had been to jail for a drug crime, and I found that offensive, and so I laid into him. You know, Taylor's a good guy. The fact that he was treated unfairly by the justice system is not not a reason to attack the guy. It's a reason to sympathize with him. So it's like, I don't know. I got mad on Taylor's behalf, basically. You know, Taylor's a friend. I like Taylor. Note, the most popular video on Taylor's channel is the one in which he calls me a narcissist and a creep. But I'm still friends with Taylor. I got no problem with that. That's fine. I get it. You know, he had his fourth slot in I moment. So, you know, it's like I'm not sensitive to these things. You know. I'm fine with people talking shit about me. People can talk shit all they want. I don't give a fuck. But the thing is, it's like the spitefulness seems to me a waste of a lifetime, basically. It's like, I don't have time for spite. Mindlessly just doing harm to somebody because I want to get them or something. Not me. Like, you know, I mailed those headphones out today. I could have been spiteful and not paid the extra 35 cents to get them there 5 days sooner. But I was like, you know, why? I'm like, there's no reason to be spiteful. You know, but some people like spite and they get spiteful all the time. Wouldn't it be much better if you two would like work together? Me and whom? Me and who? C.S. Joseph? It's impossible for us to work together. I mean, he's completely wrong about almost everything. For us to work together, he'd have to come be my student, learn a lot of stuff from me, and recognize he'd have to go TI, and you know, he's completely afraid to engage me. So that's why, you know. Well, it's not just it's not. No, that's wrong, Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix says they should stay apart. Totally different approaches. No, we shouldn't stay apart. It's a disaster for him because he's wrong, and any contact with me only sheds more light on that reality. It's a poor decision for him to interact with me. He's already got, you know, a moneymaker going on. He doesn't want to risk that, and all he can possibly do in interaction with me is risk it because he's wrong. To some extent, he knows it. I'm totally right, and he knows he can't hang with me for 5 seconds. He knows that for sure. He cannot hang with me. His answer to justify his claims is when you ask him to specify an argument or something like that, he says, "Oh, well, you just need to read the book. Read the book by Linda Behrens." that means he doesn't know what he's saying. He's just pulling shit out of his ass. He typed me as SE Dom for absolutely no reason whatsoever that I could tell. He just said, like, well, he said this word. He gave me 5 seconds to talk on the video and typed me from that 5 seconds. You can see it right away. He's desperate to avoid the issue. Because the other thing is, what do? I reveal to everybody that he is not an ENTP. I'm obviously an ENTP, and he's absolutely not an ENTP, So that's obvious when you see the two of us side by side, or you watch both of us or something. It's pretty obvious that one of us is an ENTP and one of us isn't. And it's pretty obvious which one, That's why I'm like, put this in your body pocket, yo. It's my foot. Put it in your body pocket. I'm wearing pointy shoes. Put it in your body pocket. It's your body's best socket. Put it in there. Pointy shoe, pointy shoe. That's the poem I say when I'm putting my foot up his body pocket. Give me some food. Trouble's here, everybody. Trouble's here, and he wants some food. So I'm going to give him some food. Here you go, Trouble. There you go. There you go, Mr. Trouble. What a good kitty Trouble is. I would like to show you guys Trouble, but it's difficult to show you Trouble. I want to point out what Rosemary says is true and valuable, okay? It's important. No matter how many spiteful people there are in the world, there will always also be bubes. And that's true, good, and just. Now, I'm going to try to show you guys Trouble here. Okay? But after I show you Trouble, I'm going to end the live stream, because to show you Trouble, I have to disconnect the audio. So we're going to go no audio, and then I'm going to show you Trouble, and I'm going to end the live stream. Okay? Here we go. You're going to get to see Trouble. I do believe this is the first time Trouble will have ever been on screen in a live stream. We're going to meow the meow first. There. We're going to meow this meow as well. We're going to meow.